Hey guys, and welcome back. We are still working on the Titan. This is going to be the interior update. As you can see, I've got all the parts laid out here. I'm getting ready to do it. I've been looking at color ideas with old Tom. Has been actually sending me pictures, and he has some knowledge of the truck colors. Basically, there's not a lot of choices. Dark gray, black, tan. We are going to, I think we're going to go with tan on the seats. It has two seat options. You can do the standard ones like they would come, low back, or you can use the high backs. These come in the kit. We're going to go with the high backs. These ones here. And I think that the majority of the interior is going to be tan. It's going to, of course, going to be a black floor, dark colored seats. It kind of calls for dark gray, but I think we're just going to go black. And then all the interior, all the trim is going to be tan. And I'm not sure what I'm doing on the instrument cluster, which is pretty awesome actually. But yeah, just this update is going to be the interior and the cab. We're going to finish the interior tub with all the interior pieces, and then we're going to go ahead and detail out the cab, because when it goes in there, all that's, it's probably be a good idea to get that in there. So I don't know what's going to be in the next scene, but something's going to be painted probably, so we'll see you there. Well, okay, so here we go. Everything's painted. That has been, I know it seems like it was only a couple seconds, but that was actually, oh, what, 3 weeks? Anyway, as you can see, I changed up the color choices. I was going to be doing dark seats, but I went with khaki. This is Rust-Oleum khaki on the interior. Let's see, we're getting close there. Khaki colored seats and khaki color padding. This is on the surrounding of the bed, where the bed is going to mount right in there. And I've already glued in the bottoms of the seats, the mounts there. Of course, the bed goes in right there. Now the bed, the sheet, the blanket on it is just primer, and then the pillow is not painted at all. So bare plastic there. What am I showing here? Okay, nothing there. The dash. Oh yes. Hard to believe this is all one piece, but I'm going to fade to the original shot of the blank unpainted dash now. And so there we go. Now it is a kind of a 1-footer, meaning that it looks best viewed from at least 1 foot away. I'll get in a little closer here. Let's see how close it lets me get. Not too close. Let me. There. I tried my best to get the gauges to, put a flat black wash in there, so that you could still see numbers and stuff. And then the surrounds on the gauge clusters is all the chrome pen, the Molotow chrome pen. And it was a challenge. And of course the steering wheel is done and ready to go in, and the foot pedals, and I accidentally pulled the shifter off. That wasn't part of this assembly. And the CB, right there. Now the CB doesn't have a location picked out on the instructions. In fact, there's a back of the CD, or the back of the CD? CB, that is shown in the instructions that doesn't seem to exist in the kit. So this is just going to kind of be glued under the dash somewhere, or up on the cab. I don't know where I'm going to put it. This little piece here is the little piece that goes right there. The upper part of that little floor window. So anyway, there's a look at the parts. The parts back there, of course, the other set of seats, and that is the closed curtain. So what you have is 2 options. You have the open curtain right here. You just put one of these on each side to show an open curtain. If you wanted to show a closed curtain, you use that thing. So I wasn't using it, didn't paint it. Also didn't paint the other seats because there'd be no reason. And the seat backs are black. That's going to be a nice contrast. Anyway, let me put all this together so that you can see what it looks like all put together, and then we'll move on. Okay, so here is the completed interior tub, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to try desperately to get in closer this time. Okay, there's a kind of a good look at it. It's a lot of work on the dash. Real pain in the neck. And right there in the left, on below the gauge, is where I put the CB. That's kind of one of the places they suggested to put it. I think really it would be overhead. And there you go. There's a look through to the ground window over there. And it does have the pedals in. I'm going to do this just like Big Eddie was showing. This is the only chance you're ever going to see them. So there's the proof that they're in there, because you will never ever see those again. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, basically. And of course the cab is ready. I have painted the ceiling in there and glued in those panels. Kind of hard to, there we go. And so that's ready, and I marked a line. The tub has been in a few times, and I marked the line where the top of the bed is going to meet, so that that meets flush. And so the only thing to do now is to fit it in there and see how it looks. So let's do that. And here's what it looks like with the interior tub actually in there. I don't think I'm ever going to have to glue it because it's in there so snug that I'm not going to have to glue. I love this floor window. Of course, I don't know anything about trucks, but obviously a way for the driver to be able to see down to the road over on the other side. And there is a piece of glass for that. And now looking in there, you can't really, well, you can sort of, you're going to be able to, let me see if I can turn the exposure way up on the camera and see if I can see anything in there. Let's go way, 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 way up. Am I seeing anything? Yeah, a little bit. So there's your tiny glimpse of the, look how high the exposure is, so that you can see the bed in there and the surrounding areas. Oh, and yeah, let's take a look at, let me get the exposure back down. Way, way, way down. And flip that around so that it's just neat to see inside the window looking at the instruments. Look at that. And I think, once again, let's take the exposure up. You just can't see it. When we get to some later parts of this, I will bring a little light out here so that we can see in there. But yeah, there we go. And oh, I was going the wrong direction on the exposure. There we go. There's a look at the stuff in there. Now, of course, there is still a very long way to go. Let me zoom back out so you can see what else is out here. We have the exposure still a mess. Let me do something. This is a start and stop. Be right back. Okay, this is what I was trying to show. Basically, we got a long way to go. We got to get all of this chrome onto the cab. And all I've done is taken it off the tree. Every bit of it needs cleanup. I haven't decided which parts I'm going to strip completely and try to paint over again with chrome paint, and which pieces I'm going to just touch up with the Molotow pen. As you can see here, I don't know if you can noticing that, got a nice warped grill. Don't know how bad that's going to show up. We also have some chrome parts here. These railings and these ladders are supposed to be chrome and they're not. So definitely have to prepare and get those ready. Got the windshield ready. And oh, that's a part of the glass thing. That and there's the little window for the floor window. Also found this visor. Definitely, that's going to look really good up there. Right up there. And so on. Do a nice wash in the grill. It does have headlights. Headlight covers to go in there. These little inserts, I think those are the right ones. It's a lot of little round parts in there that all look the same. And these lights on the top, I haven't decided which ones I'm going to go with. There's a lot of options in these horns. The two on the top there seem to be kind of the standard, and they give you this one double horn, but you don't have to put them on there at all. And we've got this CB antennas. And then the windshield wipers look terrible, don't they? Look how thick. I don't know if I'm going to try to Dremel them out a little bit or what. But just a preview of all these parts. It's going to seem easy, but that's a lot of work. And the next scene should be them all on the cab and looking like they were easy to install. So, see you in the next scene. Okay, so actually guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop this update here, realizing there's a lot more that needs to be done to the cab. I've got to drill out all the holes in the top of the cab to get all these pieces on, and there's just a lot of work, and it's going to take a while longer to do an update. And I wanted to get an update up. But here's a quick peek at the windshield, what it'll look like in. It's just pressed in there. And I've taken the tub back out so that I can start drilling holes and stuff. But the second update of the cab, so this is just going to be an interior tub update, and then the next one will be the cab. Completed cab, I've pulled out, I found the other parts. These are coverings for the underside of the headlight and so on, because they have to be covered because this thing tilts forward. And then those are the hinges for the cab to tilt. So the next update will be the one where the cab is done and mounted on the truck. This one is just the tub. But anyway, thanks for watching everybody, and look forward to update on the Digger CUDA that is down on the lower level. Been working on that. That should be next, before the next truck update, I think. And we'll see. So anyway, y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next time.